Hi, welcome to day 3 of the trial part of the Short Sale Your Home and Get Paid to Do It home study course. Today we're going to be talking about how much time do you have and how to find out how much time you have. This is a very important question. Many people, at least if their state does judicial foreclosures, will get a packet from their lender's attorney. They think they have to move out in 30 days. That's very common where I am. They get this packet and it says something about 30 days and they think they have to move. If you've been in foreclosure for some time already, you know that's not the case. Time that you have from the time that a foreclosure is filed against you to the time that your house is getting sold and the sheriff is knocking on your doorstep telling you have to move, that varies widely from state to state and even from local area and county to county within the state. Typically, from the very first payment that you miss, it is about 90 days before the bank takes action to start the foreclosure process. It can vary, sometimes it's a little longer than that, but typically it's no less than 90 days from the first missed payment. Typically, it's another 90 days, all the way up to 18 months, depending on the state situation and whether it is a mortgage or trust state, for you to actually lose your house. It would be very rare to ever have your house go completely to foreclosure in less than 6 months from the very first day you make your payment. Short sales typically take 90 plus days from time you start marketing to get the offer to actually get an acceptance. It usually takes about 90 days. So you figure on that. If you figure out that you have less than 90 days to do a short sale, you're going to have to use one of the delay tactics that I discuss in the next lesson. Whether you're selling or keeping your house, you need to know how much time you have in your situation so that you can take informed action. Here's how to find out how much time it takes to foreclose in your state. The first thing that you always need to look for when you want to do some research yourself and find out what's the foreclosure time in your area is you want to look for wherever the listings are of foreclosure sales in your area, because that's the end point. Then we always research back from there. So you need to get a list of foreclosures, the latest foreclosures you can get in your area, and that'll give you the best times. So in my case, foreclosures are always sold at the sheriff's office. We're a judicial state. If you're a trustee state, typically foreclosures are sold by a trustee, and you would go ahead and look in the newspaper and look, find a list of foreclosures in your local newspaper wherever those are listed. You could also Google like your county and state, and then foreclosure sale listings to find where those might be for your area. Once you have a list, you need to start by finding an identifying piece of information. So I'm going to look up a list in Cuyahoga County, Ohio. And in my case, I'm going to choose an identifying piece of information, the case number, because I happen to know that that's very easy to look up the case number in the site I'm going to go next. For some of you, if you're in a trustee state, there won't be any case number because there's no there's no foreclosure case. Very likely you're going to want to just copy I'm going to copy this case number. You're going to want to copy the address of your listing. Now what I've done is I've prepared a spreadsheet to kind of help me calculate and arrange the information, the research that I'm going to do. You could use Excel, or I'm using actually a free spreadsheet called Calc, which is part of the openoffice.org suite of office programs. I'm just going to paste, I press Control-V to paste that first case number in there. I also created a column called sale date here, and I'm just going to, the sale date for all these properties I'm looking up is 12/29/2008. So I'm just going to type that in there. And I'm going to go ahead and fast forward here. As you can see, everything here is filled out. If you want to actually do this research along with me, wherever your area is, then you might want to stop and find your foreclosure source list source and get a similar list here. You want a minimum of you want to do research for a minimum of 10 properties, preferably closer to say 20 properties. Get the sale date and the identifying piece of information. In this case, I've chosen a case number like I talked about. Okay, now what I'm going to do is the next place I have to go is for our area, we would go to the Clerk of Court's website to find information on when the foreclosure case was filed, because that's the first public notice. If it's a trustee state, typically you go to the recorder's office or a aggregator that shows foreclosure filings. And again, the way you would find where this is or get more information on where this is for your area is you could Google your state, your county, your state, and for notice of default, or you could Google your county, your state foreclosure filings, and use those phrases to help find out where foreclosures are filed in your area. I've already pulled up the foreclosure Clerk of Court's office. The Clerk of Courts keeps the records for the the Court of Common Pleas Court in Cuyahoga County, and they just happen to have a very easy website to use. So I'm going to search by case number, and the case number has several things encoded in it. I actually copied too much of the case number out. The first 2 digits is CV, which stands for civil. The second 2 digits is 07, which stands for 2007. That's when it was filed.